some people, like those of us that listen to like Dave Ramsey about paying off debt, do you recommend that people close their accounts when they pay off their debt?
Not at all. That is one of the biggest mistakes that someone could make, because the reason why you don't want to pay off a close a paid off account is because that account shows stability, and it shows your credit worthiness. So if you had an account that you've had for 15 years and you close it, that's going to drop that can drop your score anywhere from 20 to 50 points. You never want to close an account that you've paid off,
Oof. Okay. Good to know.
because it shows that you've established credit.
Gotcha. And so when people are trying to get approved for homes, cars, even credit cards, can you explain those? I know we talked about previously soft pulls and hard pulls. Can you explain to me what a soft pull is?
Yes, a soft pull on your credit is when a person actually looks at their own credit. Going to sites like Credit Karma, Credit Sesame, you can look at your own credit and see your credit score or your FICO score. And when you have a hard pull is when you are applying for a credit card, or when you're trying to purchase a home or a car or anything dealing with your credit. And then a creditor have to pull your credit to see if you are worthy for them to loan to you. So a soft pull will not affect your credit, where a hard pull will drop your credit score a few points, because it's being done by a creditor and not by the person themselves.
Would you happen to know what is the lowest credit score you can have to be approved for a home?
Well, it used to be they would take anyone with a 620 to 680 credit score. Now that a lot of rules have come into play with FHA loans, some creditors are asking for a 700 or higher credit score in order to be approved for a home loan.
And so do you think the requirements and criteria will only get tighter as time goes on? Do you think you foresee things getting loosening up in the future, near future?
I don't think that things are going to loosen up, because now everything, even though we've had credit and credit has been used forever, but it's like now more and more things you're going to have decent credit in order to obtain things that you want in life. And some things are considered a necessity, like a vehicle, like a house. You need those things in order, to be able to live. So certain things are still, or are going to become more of a necessity, and then they're going to you still have to have a higher credit score in order to obtain these things.
And so with people they need credit to apply for these things like big purchase items like cars and homes. What debt to income ratio do you recommend for people to keep a good credit score to be able to apply, get approved for these things, but at the same time they're not so high in debt that they can't survive?
Well, according to whatever your credit limit is on your credit card, you should never use more than 30% of that limit. That will keep your debt to income ratio low and in a good standing. So in the event that you have to go and make a purchase and you need to borrow money, the creditors and the banks will see that this person knows how to budget their money and not going over their credit limit. Also, 15%, a lot of people don't know actually how much of a percentage of what items make up their credit score. And 35% of your credit score is made up of your payment history. And what that means, you need to make sure that all your payments are being paid, all of your accounts are in good standing and are paid on time. 15% of your credit score is made up of how long you've had an account open, which, like I said, that establishes your credit worthiness, the length of time that you've had a credit card or an unsecured loan of any type open. Like I said again, 30% of your credit is made up of your credit limit, which you do not want to use more than 30% of your credit limit. So a lot of people don't realize those those items make up how your credit score is determined. So if you're under or if you're over those percentages, then yes, you will have a lower credit score.